Way! Here we go. That's interesting. Why is that appearing there? I don't want that there. Is it that? There we go. Got rid of that now. Yeah, drove into work today and was told that hazardous conditions prevented the place from being open. So I've come home and I am going to carry on my journey to the centre of the galaxy. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know who's going to hop in and watch. I don't really care because I'm doing it for me, not for you. But I'm going to explore a few different planets. I'm going to drop down to the planetary surface, have a roll around, see if we can find anything there. It's interesting, when I parked on this planet last night, it was obviously in the planet's day cycle, and so the landscape looked a hell of a lot different than it does now, which is pretty cool. So there you go. I'll just inform Lorcan that the stream is live, so he can come and post song lyrics in the chat as always. So there we go. Cool. So let me just sort out this chat thing so that I can actually see what people are saying. I can't promise I'll be able to reply to you as always because I'm going to be focusing on flying and not on what you guys are saying. So let's get down to it, shall we? Let's go to the galaxy map and it's going to take a while to map this route. Let's see how well we do. Now, as I said in my last video, the Thargoids are currently attacking stations, which is pretty exciting stuff, and I'm miles away, well, you know, millions of miles away, light years away, thousands of light years, tens of thousands of light years away from all of that action. So I figured rather than me try and get back and then probably miss out on all of the action anyway, I thought I'd push on to the centre, because it's only about 300 hops. And then from there I plan on seeing the Great Annihilator on the way back to the bubble. It's going to be a long, long journey to get all the way home, but we shall see, how it goes. So that obviously hasn't worked, so let me just refresh this. It's not really a snow day. It's more of a black ice day, apparently. That's word on high. So what do we got here? 311 jumps. That's going to take a long time, even longer when you consider that I'm going to be exploring all the systems that I come to on the way. So well, I guess let's get this party started, shall we? Be able to hit my jump drive while still in orbit? That's the question. Probably. Yes, I will. Can't actually see the chat at the moment, so I don't really know what's going on. Kill the throttle and see if I can sort out this chat thing. Okay. Maybe I'll get better luck doing it this way. I can see myself on my own stream. How bizarre is that? Can I pop out the chat? No, I can't even see the chat. Okay, so let's just allow that. Go away. Go back to my control panel. Has it loaded in? Oh, it's doing something. Right. How long are you planning to stream for, roughly? As long as it takes until I die in my seat from lack of food, etc., etc. So I don't know what all this chatter is in the chat there. I don't know who Mr. Smith is. I have no idea. I have no idea what blue coat. What's that? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Anyway, well, this is an unexplored system, so let's go and get exploring, I guess. Where is this planet? It appears fairly close to the star. What's that? Yeah, so I don't know what that what all that blue coat information is all about. Very odd. I moved out of Wyoming, actually. Used to live in Wyoming, but it's pretty boring there. I live in Omaha, Nebraska now. So. Not the most exciting city, but it's better than Wichita. So I'm not sure what type of planets these are. I'm gonna tag and bag them, and maybe land on those two landable planets. Just have a look and see what they look like on the surface. Cool. Where are we off to now? Anyone seen the new Star Wars movie yet? I'm thinking about it. I could go and see that today. I wonder if I might be able to get a decent seat at the IMAX to go and see that. That's something I'll have to look into. If anyone has seen it, what's it like? One of my friends says that it's very good, but he's a complete fanboy. Right. Just need to sort something out here. It's probably easier for me to do it from here. That's what we want. That's a farmer. Yeah, pretty sure every school will teach you that. I mean, I don't know because, yeah, I don't. That's not my job, so. Right. Okay. He doesn't even use a computer. This is on a Mac. Well, Macs are, I guess you could call Macs computers. In the same way that tomatoes are fruit, I guess. You know, it's a fruit, but it doesn't belong in a fruit salad. In the same way that Macs are computers, but they probably don't belong in a computer room. Computer room? Is that a thing? I don't know. Oh, I'm paying attention. I've got to do the loop of shame again. See, it's true what they say. You know, like, don't text and drive. Also, don't like spend ages looking at the chat and fly in, because you'll just completely lose control of where you're supposed to be going. There we go. I've done it again. Oh, I didn't even manage to finish scanning it as I raced past. God damn it. Right. There we go. Now we'll be able to scan it. Yeah, loop of shame. Again, right, okay, so where are we at now? We've got this planet. Let's lock that in and head over there. Icy body. A lot of icy bodies around today. It's freezing. You know what, I'm just going to restart my tablet in the hope that it actually starts updating the chat, because it's not really updating particularly fast. So I apologise if you're sending me messages right now and I can't see them. Turn on. Okay, I think I just killed my tablet. Oh no, it's turned on. Good. So, I don't know if you've noticed that the nebula down there. I believe that's the nebula that I came out of. That's where Colonia is housed. It's housed. That's where Colonia is. That's where the Colonia system exists. And the fact that it appears so small, I mean, it's 1,000 light years across, so you know, that shows you how far I've come already. was that? Oh, we can land on this one. Should we land on this one? It is my first time visiting Sagittarius A. It was the longest trip that I'd done prior to this. Was I'd gone from Seoul to Colonia. So this is sort of like, well, I guess Colonia was really a staging point for this trip. So the plan is to fly to Sag A and then back to the bubble via Great Annihilator, and possibly see some other cool stuff on the way. So we'll see how that goes. There's still quite a lot of stuff that I'm learning about the game as I play, but it's all cool stuff. Pretty neat looking planet. A lot of people find exploration like boring, and I don't really understand that. Because for me, I just find it very relaxing, and the feeling of going somewhere where you know no one has ever been, and yeah, it's procedurally generated, and so it's kind of random, but that just means there's more opportunities for you to find cool stuff that other people haven't. And I don't mean cool stuff like crashed spaceships, and I mean I found crashed probes and stuff like that. But when you find like a really cool looking mountain range, or I don't know, what is going on with the surface of this planet? It hasn't popped in the high detail texture for some reason. So there's another thing that you might encounter. Weird graphical glitches. Have a scan around here. I'm just going to double check this chat, so I still don't trust the chat. The chat seems to be working alright. Okay. Right, okay. So, let's just go back. You know what, I might just pitch down and land. Do a little bit of scooting around in the SRV, see if we can find any rocks to pick up. I figure it's probably best to pick up a reasonable amount of materials for synthesis before I make the journey. At least then, ooh, there's something interesting over here. Let's go and check that out, shall we? I wonder what this could be. Let's go and find out. I need to get roughly in the middle of the blue circle, which I'm failing to do right now, because obviously I'm... Yeah, see, there's... I don't know if you get the same thing as I do with black holes. They're so... I find myself just wanting to fly into them. You know that feeling that you get when you're stood at the edge of a cliff and there's something, there's a voice at the back of your head saying, just jump off, just do it, just jump. It's the same thing with black holes. I get really, really close to them, and then the space starts warping around me, and I panic and pull out. So I imagine I believe it's got some French name which roughly translates to Call of the Void, and I'm expecting that feeling, that sensation, to be very strong when I get to the centre. So, right, I'm going to land here and see what I can find in this POI.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to discover a black hole as well. That'd be cool. I've discovered a neutron star so far. I've got my name on a neutron star, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'd love to find a black hole. Anyway, let's just deploy here. And as is standard, we will send the ship away. Oops. And let's have a look at the wave scanner, see what that's telling us. So there's supposedly something around here. Let's just have a quick scan around. Seems to be mostly materials that it's scanning. Alright, well, there's a reasonably strong signal over here, so that's the way I'm going to head. See what we can find. Ooh, got one of those high-end signals this way, or is that just a distraction? I don't know, let's focus on what we were doing. There's a couple of rock deposits here, so I'll just mine them and then we'll carry on looking for whatever the point of interest might have been. Oops, kind of messed that up. Okay. are those other bits? There's got to be other bits. Maybe if I zoom in. Oh, okay, it's there. Do. Bam. Right, so, oops. What's happened there? Perhaps he backed into a rock or something. Go pick him up. There we go, right. Now, what else have we got on the scope? Let's go have a look at this. Ooh, that looks promising over there. Oh, now where's it gone? Very faint signal. Whoops. Oh no, I don't want to lose this signal. God damn it. There we go. Looks like we've got a more solid signal over here. What are we going to discover? Have to learn to drive. I spend so long looking at the wave scanner, I don't actually look where I'm actually going. Now. Got to be something good over here. Yeah, the signal's getting a lot stronger now. Start to hear it now. I wonder what it could be. So as I said in the previous video, when you look at the wave scanner, the buzzes that you get towards the bottom are usually like rock deposits, something like that. If you get stuff towards the top of the scan range, that usually indicates something artificial, and so those are the sorts of signals that you want to head towards if you want to find cool stuff. So let's find out what we've got in store. Aha, what is this? What is this? Is this a crash site? What's... Well, it looks like someone got wasted here pretty hard. I'm just going to switch to the external camera. And have a look around. That looks like a smashed SRV. Although, no, is that the bottom of a ship? Yeah, someone didn't make it out of here alive. Get a screenshot of that. Let's scan the data point. Oh, that's not good, is it? Data storage full. Okay, well, to be fair, I do have a fair amount of data in there. I don't really know what to do with it. Most of it's for engineers. And I haven't actually spoken to any engineers. I'll do that when I get back to the bubble. Okay, so I can't scan that data point, but I will call the ship down. Don't know which way it's going to come from. Pretty cool sunroof though, huh? Well, I don't really know who would be ambushing me, like, when I'm this far away from the... Wait. Oh no, that's my ship. God, you saying that, I assume this is an ambush, meant that when my ship appeared, I just literally crapped myself. There he is. Okay, so let's head back to the ship, I guess. No, my ship's not turning against me. There is actually you can spend actual real cash money on a ship kit that makes your ship look like a Reaver ship, but it's like £8 or something, and why would I want to do that? It's not like anyone's going to actually see it. So let's get back in the ship. Let's board the ship. Yeah, 5D's the way forward, I reckon. I might go see Star Wars today in 6D. I think there's a 6D cinema nearby. Right. Back into the black we go. I think there's still a system. There's a couple of systems unexplored. I say systems. I mean planets. Let's hit the escape vector. Universe's most bodacious club. $32 double D. Yeah, if only. If only. Good. Let's go and find this ship. I should probably get out of orbit first. Right, so now we've broken orbit. Should have a bit more speed behind me as I race towards the next planet in this system. Ah, the N64. Well, the N64 wasn't really that good. I mean, it only had a resolution of 320 by 240, and that, in conjunction with the anti-aliasing that it put over everything, just made everything look like it was a blurred brown mess thrown underwater. You know, I was never a massive fan. How near are you to Zadoom? Probably miles away. Yeah, I prefer PS1 to N64 as well. But I mean, the best games on PS1, you had things like Final Fantasy IX, Breath of Fire 3 was pretty good. You had Chrono Cross was very good, but probably the greatest JRPG, Xenogears, was on PlayStation 1. I'm pronouncing it wrong on purpose, Lorcan. You and your Space Precinct references. Yeah, the Ocarina of Daytime, I know it well. Did you play that game Zaldi? Zaldi. Sounds like a crap supermarket, doesn't it? Zaldi. We can't stop now. This is Metal Gear country. Almost another loop of shame there. Zoe milk. Yes, come to Zaldi for Zoe milk. I think I can land on this planet as well, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna head off to the next system. Yeah, I can land on there, but let's not bother with that. Onwards and upwards. Oh, the next system's a neutron star. Just like Admiral Akbar said, sometimes you've just got to roll a hard 6. There's our neutron star. Okay, let's check out the rest of the system. What we got here? They look like crap planets, so I'm not even, and they've already been discovered, so I'm not going to bother scanning them. Just going to charge my frame shift drive and then head on to the next system, which is 103 light years away. Here we go. Okay, I hit that jet stream a little bit too fast. Again, maybe one day I'll actually sort my life out and be able to hit the neutron stream on the right. There we go. Good. Almost flew into the star then. That was not fun. Right, off we go. I'm going to have to scoop some fuel at this next system. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did come out with Mario's sister Maria or something. That was the kind of crap they used to pull in the 80s all the time. Things like Miss Pac-Man. That's a bright star, isn't it? What we got here? A couple of big gas giants. I might scan them. They've been they're not explored, not discovered yet. So let's get them before someone Columbuses me. Let's lock that destination, and on we go. I might have to go and get some more tea in a sec. Didn't even slow down for that one. Did not even slow down. Has anyone tried that weird bread-like substance they sell in the off license? Is it bread? I can make some for the chat, but unfortunately, technology doesn't exist to. What I'll do is I'll make some tea, and then I'll show it to you guys, and you can imagine yourselves drinking the tea. You know how, like, I don't know if you've ever had a cat or seen cats at the window looking at birds and seeing their mouths twitch and stuff like that. Apparently they do that because they're watching the birds and they're imagining eating the birds. Oh, I didn't scoop fuel. Oh well, I can scoop it in the next system. Right, while I'm scooping that fuel there, I am going to grab a cup of tea, so I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Actually, I'm just checking to make sure that I don't actually fly into the star, because that would be most unfortunate. Heat shields seem to be holding, so that's okay. Just wait for the kettle to boil. The tea I'm drinking today is the same as last time. Is the Pucker 3 cinnamon tea. It's very delicious. I'm also not paid to say this, so don't buy it until Pucker give me some money. Sound fair? I think that's fair. So the kettle's just about boiled. Right, I am back and I have tea. So let's get back to it. Oh, looks like my fuel scoop is pretty much done. So what else was in this system? Nothing else. Good. Let's go to the next system. Did I honk? I can't remember. Yes. On we go. Sorry, got a bit of a cable routing issue going on right now. There we go. Ready to engage, eh? Right. I'm pretty sure that was the original version. They said to Bowie, it would probably work better if you changed Thunderball 666 to Tom. Wow, a lot of things in this system. Let's have a look, see what we've got. Oh, it's an unexplored system. There's a lot of things for us to claim. Look at that. There's a looks like a glowing hot. That's going to be a high metal content world. Don't know what that is. We could try landing on that maybe, or just fly in along the surface. How far out's the furthest planet? Oh, it's a fairly tight system. So let's do this first planet. I'll come back for the sun. Okay, we can land on this. I'm probably not going to land, but I'm gonna go down to the surface. Not at this speed though. God damn it. Yeah, that was too fast. If I tried to go down onto the surface at that speed, I would have just smashed into the floor, and no one wants that. But that's a pretty cool. If I fly my ship right, I might be able to get it so we can see the sunrise as I fly around the planet. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh. I fly down here. Look at that. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-da-dum, bum, 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 dun, 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 da-da, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 etc., etc. You get the idea, right? Right, let's fly down to the surface, see what it looks like. I think it's just mostly going to be pockmarked mountains and not particularly interesting. But we'll go down, we'll see what we got. Yeah, it's fairly flat and uninteresting. There's no nice canyons to fly through. If you get down to the planet's surface, it's probably about sunrise or sunset. I don't know which way the planet's rotating. One of the great features of this planet is the obvious texture join, which you can see there. I'll make a note of that in my captain's log. It's actually got a fairly... it's higher than Earth gravity. So... I was descending fairly rapidly there. 1.26 Gs, slightly higher than Earth's. Anyway, that was that planet. Let's go to the next one. Oh, I'm mass locked. No, I'm not. Once again, into the galaxy's greatest club. So those of you that are interested in the tea, here it is in my Star Wars. There's a New Order Stormtrooper there. Is it New Order? First Order? I can't remember. The New Empire, whatever the New Empire is called. Tasty cinnamon tea. There's 3 different types of cinnamon in this tea. Hence the name 3 Cinnamon Tea. Right, onwards and upwards. I wonder if I can scan this planet from here while still in orbit. Probably not. I should probably get the hell out of orbit, otherwise I'm never going to pick up speed. Imagine going to work at Starkiller Base and then having the whole place blow up. You'd be livid, wouldn't you? You'd be like, oh, come on, man. Imagine if you just managed to get the job at Starkiller Base and then the rebels come along. You'd be like, come on, guys. You know, how am I supposed to feed my family now? Rey needs true faith, so I don't have to use the Force. Keep these Star Wars references coming in. Where does he get his knowledge and power from? That's right, 3 Cinnamon Tea. Yes, excellent. That's exactly the sort of thing we need. If you could maybe write a letter to Pucker, who make this tea, and say, I watched this guy on YouTube, right? And he was drinking Pucker tea, and he seemed really, really knowledgeable. And I'm pretty sure that's the source of. If I knew for certain, like if he told me that this was a product that I should buy, I would totally buy it. And I'm pretty sure the rest of his viewers would feel that as well. The rest of his 10 viewers. Oh, is Brain Force Plus that stuff that they were hawking over on Infowars.tv? Brain Force Plus. Is that an actual product, or did you make that up? It sounds like a made-up product, but it's Infowars, so it might be real. So real product. What does it pretend to do? I mean, what benefits will I get from consuming Brain Force Plus? It's supposed to make you smarter. I think the one way that you can make yourself smarter if you regularly visit Infowars is to stop visiting Infowars. To become a dreaded soy boy, do they? With all that propaganda about how soy, like, turns you into a woman or something, except it doesn't, does it? A lot of planets scanned all in one go. It's nice when you have like quite a lot of moons orbiting a gas giant. Missed one. So wait, if soy turns you into a woman and Brain Force Plus makes you smarter and Brain Force Plus contains soy, does that mean that it makes you smarter by turning you into a woman and therefore women are smarter than men? Is that that's the logical conclusion that I draw. The logic does check out. Yeah. The one thing that I like, the fact that I'm streaming and there's like a there's a delay between the time that I speak and the time that it appears on the stream, and then obviously there's a slight delay between the time it takes you to hear it from the stream and then reply. So it sort of feels like we're communicating across some vast distance. You know how on satellite link-ups there's always a delay. It sort of feels that way. Does Kylo Ren regret killing his dad? Who's Kylo Ren? Kylo Ren Kenobi. What I don't get though, right? Kylo Ren, spoilers by the way, Kylo Ren, but if you haven't seen, what's it called? The Force Awakens by now, then, you know, I don't care. Kylo Ren his real name is Ben Solo, I guess, because Han Solo's his dad. Or maybe Ben Organa if he's going by his mother's name, or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, his name's Ben. So why change it to Kylo Ren? Is that just to try and sound badass or something? You know? Because I think it'd be way better if he was like this super badass and he was just called Ben. It's like, can you imagine that? It's like, oh my god, it's Ben. Ben's coming! No! Oh god! We've got to get out of here before Ben arrives! You know, I think that would be way better. Dave Vader. Well, Ben was a pretty scary animal. Not really, he was pretty chilled out. Not like Millie. Terror on 4 legs. We scanned quite a few things here. Oh, that's the sun. Might as well scan it now, seeing as I can. Isn't it amazing? Like, we're this far away from that massive ball of fire, and it's a tiny pinprick in the distance there. Okay, where are we going now? That's the closest. Let's go there. A lot of landable planets in this system. Obviously, I'm not going to land on all of them. I'm not going to land on any of them. I'm just going to scan the system and hop out. And then there's still 306 jumps to Sag A, so still a long, long way to go. Whoa, that was a close one, wasn't it? Only one thing left to explore. Let's go do it. I've got to remember to drink my tea. A tony little dot, I've just noticed. What's a tony little dot? Good tea, this. Very good tea. I mean, I'm torn between this and the Pucker also do a 3 ginger tea. Very, very nice. Highly recommend it. I'll be drinking that tea until it runs out, so if you guys want to join in at home, go out, get yourself some Pucker 3 cinnamon tea, and then, like, when I make a cup of tea, you can as well, and then you can pretend we're all drinking it together. I didn't delete the other videos, I've just hidden them for now. There was, yeah, there's a story behind it, but we don't need to really go into that right now. So they are offline until further notice, and I could tell you who to blame, but you know, it's just. Let's just blame foolish people who don't understand when they're having the mick taken out of them. Which DDT, by the way? There was a number of DDTs. There was the corkscrew wheelbarrow DDT. There was the satellite DDT. I think as well at one point there was the underhook neck crank DDT. Cool, that's all these ones done. Let's go to the next system.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yes, who's responsible? This is hidden. The only things that are not hidden are my streams. Those are the only things that are still there. In time, I'm sure I will make them visible again, or produce new ones. But for the most part, they're I'm just streaming now. Quite a lot of planets here. Let's have a look-see. Well, this system's all been discovered already, so I'm not going to bother scanning those planets. As a general rule, if a system's already been discovered, I'm not going to scan it again unless I find like an Earth-like in it, and then I might scan that. So let's scoop some fuel and move on. I don't know who Mr. Curran is. So, yeah, this game is probably the only reason I would ever get a VR setup. I mean, the fact that at the moment I'm using my joystick to look around the inside of my ship. Oh, is that an ammonia world? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I think it would be an amazing experience to play it in VR. The thing is that VR's got a few issues with it. I don't like I find it a hassle to have to like pull on a big headset every time you want to play, and also you have to always look dead ahead. You can't like flick your eyes left and right, which is I just find it limiting. I don't know. I think that VR's got a way to go before it's sort of before it would like fully work. But I don't know. Yeah, I do think this game would be amazing in VR. VR's only good for porn. Well, I'm not really a porn connoisseur, so you know, I can't really comment on that. Wouldn't know what good porn looks like, to be honest. Yes, you've got to wear that Lycra bodysuit and get into the gyroscope thing. I'm assuming like the current VR setups are exactly like they are in the Lawnmower Man. It's obviously the greatest movie ever made. What, Elite Dangerous is what good porn looks like? Is that what you're saying? I don't really know what you're saying. If that's what you're saying, I wholeheartedly agree. Yeah, see that Bear Peng Pie update thing? That was a little joke. You know, that's me taking the piss out of the way that people talk, and a lot of people don't really seem to understand what irony and satire are, and that joke got out of hand. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying. Oh, there's two planets pretty close together here. Very close together, in fact. Do you do body pillows of yourself? Maybe I should. Although maybe I should just be concerned that people are requesting that sort of thing. Well, that's a pretty awesome sight. Two planets of roughly the same size orbiting each other. Now I can't land on these planets. But it's a pretty cool sight. I'm just going to kill the engines and switch to externals. So we can maybe go have a look at pretty neat. I wish I could turn off the planetary lines and stuff for the what's it called, external camera. But I fly in between these. Pretty cool. Just two empty balls of rock in the middle of nowhere. What's next on our list? This one. Yeah, that's something I've often wondered about. Is the it would be a cool feature to be able to sort of do gravity mapping and stuff like that. There's a lot of features that I'd like to see make it into the game, like being able to do a maybe a thermal scan of the planetary surface, because at the moment you can scan the planet and you can see the surface, but you've got no idea what's down there without getting down to, like, you know, within 5 kilometers of the surface. And then obviously planets are big things, so it's difficult to really find anything of note. I think it would be really useful to have some sort of, like, maybe not necessarily something that's going to totally pinpoint something, but at least give you an idea of where on the planet's surface you should start looking. I mean, technically, there's Lagrange points at any of these, you know, on the orbits of any of the. Whenever you've got a two-body system orbiting, you're going to have Lagrange points. Be interesting to be able to scout them out and see if there's anything trapped there. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Maybe that's beyond the capabilities of the engine. Our Lord and follower Caseytron. I have no idea what that means. Looks like this has got a faint ring system on this planet here. Very faint. You can get close up to those ring systems. Should we do that? Wonder if I could. Can I fly through it? Probably not. But let's see. No. Oh, whoops. So, if you've ever wondered what it's like in the ring system of a planet, even a very faint ring system, there you go, that's what it looks like. At least according to Elite Dangerous. A load of rocks. I guess good places for mining, if that's what you're into. I've got to wait for my frameshift drive to cool down. Yeah, I've probably broken something in my ship smashing into the rings that fast that, you know.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Last main sequence star on your designated route. That's worrying. Am I going to refuel? Alright, I'm going to have to... I'll refuel at this star and then head off. Lock the destination. And I think that's everything mapped. Oh no, we've got a whole other bunch of bodies over here. How far away are they? 2,000 light seconds. I think I've drunk too much tea. Okay, so I've scanned all that lot. Nope, not that lot. Another ring system. I'm hoping at one point that I might find an Earth-like planet with a ring system. I mean, you always see them on gas giants and stuff like that. It'd be awesome to see it on a on an Earth-like planet. Choose a science fiction movie and a band. I don't know, Aliens and Apoptygma Berserk. Okay. So this is the last planet to scan in this system, and then I'll move on to the next one. When I jump to the next system, I'm going to kill the throttle and go to the toilet. I'm sure you guys need to know that, but even space adventurers need to take a break every now and then, you know. These are song titles, these aren't lyrics. Well, the sun's out. It looks like a nice day outside. Shame I'm going to be spending it inside. No, I'll go for a walk in a bit. I wonder if the proceeds I make in selling the data that I harvest on this little expedition, I wonder if they'll give me enough money for me to buy an anaconda. That would be pretty cool. Cool, and that was all the planets and the stars. So, next system, here we go. What about VNV? Right. Oh, this is another undiscovered system. Oh, what's that? It's not an Earth-like with a ring system, but it is a something with a ring system. Looks like a metal world. Metal. Yeah, okay, I'll pick a new movie. V&V then, and V&V and Independence Day. And I will be back shortly. Right. Okay, so let's get right back to this. Okay, I've lost throttle control. That's not good. No, I've completely lost throttle control. What's going on? Yeah, okay. Okay. There we go. That's more like it. Right. So I believe there was some. Let's just actually check the system map. Yeah, I'm not sure I can be bothered to scan any of these, so I'm just gonna jump. Randy Quaid's character, President Bill Pullman's. I love it how like it's such an outstanding movie that no one can remember the names of anyone in it. Was bourgeoisie scum. I've just seen written there. That's a pretty insightful view on the character. What do we have here? Well, how far away is this other star? It's barely close. You know, if that other star was VY Canis Majoris, it would have engulfed this star. That's like to give you an idea of the size of things. Right, onwards and upwards. I remember precious little about that game. I remember that they wrote a virus on a Mac and then uploaded it to the Uploaded it to the what's it called? Main alien spaceship on a floppy disk, if I recall correctly. I'm not entirely sure how that one works, but you know, Hollywood and everything. What we got here? So everything's got a ring on it, almost. It's like Beyonce's favourite system. I'm just going to scan the star and then vamoose. Beyonce. My name is Beyonce. What is it with bees, man? As if I care about the temperature. Come on. Staying here for beans. Right, where's the exit point? And away we go. Yeah, I'm aware that my cabin's overheating tremendously, but I figure we'll be all right. What's the worst that can happen? The only star in the system. Excellent Firefly reference. Let's fly away from the sun. It's way too hot. Yeah, I'm trying to fly away from the sun. It's pretty large. That's how big this is. It's 2.5 times the size of our sun. Surface temperature 12,820 Kelvin, which is pretty hot. system. Oh, there's another star absolutely miles away. I'm not going to go to that one. Just going to scan this one and hop. Again with the heat levels. Wish I had a spore drive. Let's go there straight away. What have we got here? Yeah, it's too far out. I mean, I could go and claim this, but I'm searching for more interesting planets. So let's move on. I'll still get a payout for just honking the system, so. Oh, it's another neutron star. This will fling us further along on our journey. So let's fly into the jet stream. This one's a little less swirly than the others. Turn around and have another look at that star because it's not swirling as fast as they often do. Just kind of casually spinning out. So the next system is 103 light years away. Fairly big jump. Only 296 jumps to go. I'm sure it was like 305 a minute ago. Maybe it recalculates the route every time you emerge in a system. What have we here? Okay, so it's an unexplored system. Got quite a few fairly close planets, and then we've got this gas giant here with a number of moons, and then a brown dwarf. I reckon we can scan this planet. pretty tight system, so let's go to the closest one first. There we go. There's that one. It's behind me. Flying towards the wrong thing, but whatever. Let's scan this. Those two planets seem fairly close together. Let's have a flyby here. Oh, it's going to be another loop of shame. I'm not paying attention. Mind's on other things right now. My mind is on other things. Okay. Go head on to the. Oh, there's a. Oh, that's the. Must be the brown dwarf. Scan that from a distance. There we go. And so this will be the gas giant and its moons. Gas giant looks pretty cool. I'm going to fly into its... Right, is there anything left in the system? There's a couple. That's this one. Finally, this one. I think I've scanned everything. Yep. And so, on we go. Ooh! Star Class Herbig AE-BE star. I have no idea what that is. That's not a star class that I've ever come across, so this is going to be interesting. Whoa, okay, that came up on me fairly fast. Let's find out what that actually means, shall we? Oh, whoops, I dropped out of Super Cruise, not to worry. Young stars, typically less than 10 million years old, with characteristics of either A or B class main sequence stars. Usually between 2 and 8 solar masses. The mass of the protostar determines its spectral class when it joins the main sequence. That's interesting. Very interesting. So it's 5 solar masses. That's not bad. And then there's this one. Is that another Herbig down there? Don't know. Yeah, it is. And that's a T-Tauri. This is a very young star system. Well, how can I get so close to a star without getting fried? The star is 0.78 light seconds away, which, if I just do a quick calculation, 0.78 light seconds in kilometers. No, don't want kilometers, meters. Light seconds to kilometers. Here we go. So 0.78 is 233,838 kilometers. So it appears that I'm close to the star, right? But actually, I'm the same distance from that star as the Earth is from the Moon. In fact, I think I'm a little bit, teensy bit closer. So, yeah. It's not that I'm that close to the star, it's just the star is that big. Also, the ship has lots of heat shielding, and you'll notice there's been a few times when I've been scooping fuel from the upper atmosphere of the star that my ship has started overheating, but I've got a number of heat sinks that I can drop. I do, at this point, I do actually need the toilet again, so I'll leave you with this nice view of the star while I just go. Too much tea. Back once again, it's the Renegade Master. Here we go. So, I can't scoop from this because it's not a main sequence star, so I'm going to have to... hit the... So let's leave this system behind. How many jumps we got? 294 jumps. Oh, look at that, there's a lot of interesting system. It's like gas giants orbiting gas giants. Looks like a brown dwarf. Interesting. Right. But I'm not staying, I'm just going to scoop some fuel and then we will head on. Dear me. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how far I can get in the next, say, 20 minutes or so. And then I'm going to find a planet. And I am going to park up. And then I'm going to go for a walk in the real world. Because as beautiful as this game is, it can't really hold a candle to planet Earth. So let's just see what else we got here. Mostly rocky crap, so I'm not going to bother with those. So let's keep on going, shall we? Yes, that's right, yeah. Ooh. These look tasty. Oh no, they're just metal worlds, but I'll go and scan them anyway, because, you know, metal and all that. Yeah, after a while of exploring, you learn to identify what different types of planets look like in your system map, so you get a feel for what's going to be worth logging and what's not. This is ever going to start scanning. There we go. I think these planets look pretty interesting. You can't land on them because they've got atmosphere. You see by those clouds that are swirling around them. Mostly big balls of metal. It looks cool. Wish I could land on the atmosphere. Atmospheric planets. That'd be great. I'm sure that feature will arrive eventually in the game. But for now, let's move on. Oh! How did Darth Vader know what he was getting for Christmas? Did he find the receipt? He found the receipt in, in his wife's bag or something like that. It kind of spoilt the surprise for him, and then he just felt a little bit sad. Is that the joke? good joke, man. I like that. It's a good, high quality joke. Oh god, yeah, this is the best joke ever. Oh god. Every time I look at that, I just, yeah. Christmas week is going to be so much fun. I'm actually really looking forward to it, more than I've looked forward to anything in a long time. Because usually I don't look forward to anything, because that way lies disappointment. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be totally awesome, and it's gonna be good to get away and to a different country. And maybe I'll have some Jolt Cola while I'm over there. What do you mean, Volt? No, it's not. It's Jolt. Since when? Since when has it been Volt? Von Travolta. Flavors? Who cares about flavors, man? So wait, so Volt is not just a rebranding of Jolt, it's a totally different, it's a different product. Is that right? It's just like a rip-off of Jolt but called Volt, because Jolt now don't make high caffeine content cola, they make energy drinks. Is that, am I right? But why would they rebrand just their cola? Why not just say, hey, now Jolt comes in these new flavors? Oh God. Oops, wrong map. When did you send me a photo of a can? I totally can't remember that. Oh, just now, you mean? Okay, it does look exactly like... It's like someone made a typo when they typed in Jolt. Weird. Oh God, I wasn't paying attention again. Say what? Trinas Farmer. Well, that's this system done and dusted, bagged and tagged, so it's time to move on to the next system. I'm going to have a high-speed flyby of this planet here and hope that I don't crash into it. Ah, God, I'm tired. So tired. blue star, little purple giant, yellow star. Right, let's scoop some fuel and head to the next system. I'll probably manage about 2 or 3 more systems before I find somewhere to land, and then call it a morning. I think it's been reasonably productive. I hope this has been an enjoyable experience for those of you that watched. If it hasn't, I don't care. Well, loads of planets, all unexplored, but too far away for me to care about. Yes, somewhere to land. That's... don't know what else that could mean. I still don't get it. What? Calling what? What are the kids calling what nowadays? I know I don't get land. What are you even referring to? Are you talking about drugs? Are you talking about sex? Are you talking about booze? What? What is land? Oh god. Okay, good. It's land. It's land. There's a lot of single star systems around here. Jump a little bit too close to the star there. Ooh, that looks tasty, doesn't it, there? I think that's a water world. First glance it seemed like an Earth-like, but water world is still worth a lot of moolah. So, head over there in a sec. I just want to double check here. Yeah, that's cool. Hi, Supersonic 337, whoever you may be. Right, well, it's 12 o'clock, so I'm gonna scan these planets. I think there's some landable systems. I haven't actually. I'll scan this planet first and then I'll take a look. If there's somewhere I can land, then I'll land, otherwise I'll move on. Water world, that's good. This looks like a high content metal world. Metal again. I'm going to get up close to this one because this is one of those ones that's obviously really molten metal on the surface. Always looks really cool. Yeah, it's like a Slipknot album cover. Kind of looks like a baseball almost. In fact, I'm gonna get a screenshot of that. I'm gonna call this planet the baseball. Let's turn off the HUD. I don't want to see that line on the thing though. There's a way you can turn them off. There we go, the baseball. Right, let's have a quick look at the thing. How often do I play this? well, at the moment I'm playing it every day, but I started a year ago and then I didn't play it at all between January and the other week, and then I started playing it again. So once I've achieved some goals, I'll probably give it a rest again, play something different. Yeah. Yeah, as I said before, that the return of the bad game stream. Yeah, perhaps. Maybe I'll just maybe the return of the people that don't understand irony and satire. Perhaps that. In fact. I have an idea. I'll check something out here. There we go. Decided anyone that posts a vexatious comment will be banned. Cool. Well, that looks shiny, doesn't it? Hello, random unis, whoever you may be. Oh, it's a water world. Excellent. Net me a few more credits when I sell that data. So I was actually going to find the planet I can land on. Let's go and land on this planet here. So yeah, you're just catching the tail end of this. I've been streaming for the last 1,000 years, it feels like. Scanned many systems, and now I am just going to land on a planet and call it a day. I'm going to go for a walk in the sunshine, even though it's cold. Seems too good a day to waste sat in an imaginary spaceship. So. How are you? Are you a bot? Are you real or? Oh, okay, you corrected your mistake there. I'm fine. Yes, I'm fine. No, it's not a real spaceship, Lorcan. I know, right? Sad times. So, should be landing on this planet in the next couple of minutes. And then I will pitch a tent and go for a walk around the country park. I knew you'd pick up on that. The game is Elite Dangerous. Space exploration, trading, combat game. There's lots and lots of different ways you can play it. The game is vast, has over 400 billion stars in it. Not possible for everyone to visit all of them. It's very good. Yeah, as I said before, someone estimated that if you were to visit every single star system in the game and spend just 5 minutes there, it would take you 3.5 million years. So let's go land on this planet here.
Orbital flight engaged. Hull integrity compromised.
Oh, god damn it. I came in too fast. Well, that looks like some pretty cool canyons down there. A boost down there. Very low gravity on this planet. Actually, I'm going to hit Super Cruise to get out and then go back in.
Ready to engage. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Warning. Temperature critical.
There we go. Nice glide down to the surface now. Well, these canyons look pretty awesome, don't they? Let's fly through this canyon. Wow, that looks like a pretty cool spot to land. Let's head in there.
Landing gear deployed.
Here we go. Ta-da! Pretty good landing. I'm just going to deploy the SRV and have a quick look around. I won't send the ship away. Looks pretty neat. I'm gonna go and get a decent view of the ship. Not really anything to find on this planet though. The wave scanner's not picking anything up. I mean, it's picking up the ship, obviously. Okay, let's see if I can get a nice external shot of my campsite. Maybe a shot of the ship. What looks better, lights on or lights off? Oh, it's going to change the lights on the thing. I can't remotely turn the lights off the ship, unfortunately, but okay. Right, yeah, walk in the countryside. Right, okay, that's it for now. Actually, I'm going to drive back into the ship because it's more comfortable sleeping in the ship than it is sleeping in the SRV. Let's just get in here. Go. So, turn the lights off. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I might see you next time when we continue this voyage of discovery to the centre of the galaxy. That's a pretty cool shot there. That's it. That's the end. So all that remains is for me to say goodbye.